let's talk about The Voice. This year, I had the amazing opportunity to be on season 28 of NBC's The Voice, and wow, what a crazy experience. I've been getting so many questions from people asking, what are the coaches like? How long were you out there? And how was it singing with Michael Buble on stage? Today, I'm gonna be telling you guys about my incredible journey on The Voice, start to finish. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is before everything. This is before I knew I was gonna be on The Voice, before I went out to Los Angeles, and it all starts with TikTok, funny enough. So on TikTok, I used to just post a bunch of piano videos, like video game music, movie music, just fun stuff like that. And I kind of wanted to sing a little bit more. I sang here and there. I started releasing my own solo music. I never thought I was going to be singing on a stage in front of millions of people. So I started a singing TikTok, or my artist TikTok, where I post kind of my own original music and covers and stuff like that. I had a post that went viral, just the two of us. Right after that post, I got a few emails, one from American Idol, one from America's Got Talent, and one from The Voice. And The Voice was always my favorite out of those three shows. They reached out to me saying, hey, do you want to audition for The Voice? And I was thinking, I don't know, but I might as well. I sent in a few videos, I did a few interviews, and it was months and months before I heard anything. It was so long, I thought it just wasn't going to happen. And then after one long day of substitute teaching, I took a nap, I woke up and I saw I got a missed call, and it was from one of the producers. I called them back and he said, they're gonna be on this season of The Voice. And I freaked out. I didn't even know I was still in the question. I didn't even know that this was still going on. I thought it was all over. So when I found out, it was probably February of this year, 2025. I had to go almost half a year without telling anyone about this. So I found out in February and I went out to LA the beginning of June. This is kind of when it all started. Before we flew out, we found out our blind audition song. We got to choose our blind audition song. So I chose Cooler Than Me because I had a cover of it a few months prior that went viral, and I thought it sounded really good in my voice, so I chose that song. So basically we flew out and we were told this whole time, like before, that it was basically summer camp for musicians. I honestly didn't know if I was gonna make a lot of friends or not. In the past, at other camps, I struggled making like lifelong friends, but man, I was wrong. I made some of the closest friends ever, and we still talk on the phone every single day. Now, being stuck at a hotel, you might go crazy being stuck at a hotel for months, so you have to keep yourself busy. So there was a park with a basketball court nearby. We walked there almost every day, played basketball, pickleball. There was a ping pong table at the hotel. There was a pool. And this was also around the same time the Nintendo Switch 2 came out. They were all sold out. I checked the internet every day to see if they were in stock, and sure enough, they were. So I walked 30 minutes to GameStop and bought a Switch 2. That was a great decision because every single day, some friends and I played Mario Kart like crazy, and it was very competitive, but we needed to do something to get our minds off of what would soon be our blind auditions. Another really fun thing that the contestants did, we did jam sessions every day. We were in someone's hotel room and we just sang. We all harmonized. It was so exciting because everyone on this show is like the best of the best from across the country. And to be able to sing with these people was just so much fun. So much fun. They just knew instantly what to sing, what to do. It was awesome. So the day after I got there, things started instantly. I went to Universal for wardrobe fittings. That was pretty crazy because at this point I was like, is this even real? Like, this is crazy. And then you go to Universal with the purpose that I'm going to Universal to try on clothes for my blind audition. That's insane. You go to Universal. I'm not good with fashion at all. Like, I'm just a very simple guy. I like wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt. When I play shows, I wear jeans and like an oversized t-shirt, and that's about it. I had an awesome stylist. We did wardrobe the first day, made some friends, but I was in my room practicing for hours every day. It's crazy because I've never heard this many good singers all in one place. So you hear them all and you're like kind of intimidated because they're like your friends, but at the same time, they're amazing. But the best part is how supportive everyone is of each other. Everyone on this season, on season 28, we were like best friends. Best case scenario, we wanted everyone to make it through blind auditions somehow. If I were to keep up with these guys, I had to practice for hours and hours every day. Before blind auditions even started, we had our own behind the scenes vocal coaches, and we met with them a few times to kind of go over everything. Before blind auditions even happened, we were there for like a whole month, because there's just so many people and they have to get through everything. So you got to keep yourself busy. We kept going back and forth between Universal Studios and just some other places, doing B-roll, behind the scenes stuff, interviews, and those were very, very long and exhausting days. The same outfit that we wore for our blind auditions, we had to wear a million times. So my song was Cooler Than Me. And the band that I played with, they were very, very open to changes that I wanted to make. The best part was I was able to go into this band rehearsal with everything prepared. I came in with a chord chart, with a recording for them to listen to. I just knew exactly what I wanted. I knew I wanted to jazz up this song and make it my own. And they were so flexible. The band just played exactly what I wanted, and I'm so grateful for that. So about a week before my blind audition, we had stage rehearsal. And this is when we went on the stage to kind of see what it was like. And this is when it felt real. Like, this isn't a prank. Like this whole time I was thinking, is this even real? And then you see the chairs there when you're on stage and learning about everything. And it's like, wow, this is insane. A few days later was the day of the blind audition. And oh boy, filming an audition day is a very, very long day. So first of all, they flew out my family a week before that, and they were there filming stuff, doing B-roll interviews as well. The day before our blind audition, we go on set and we film our interviews with their family. It was a crazy experience for them too, because they've never done anything like this either. So the next day, you wake up very, very early. You go to Universal, you get dressed up in your outfit. You're in this waiting room with a bunch of other contestants, and you're just waiting. You're basically waiting like all day. They give you food, you got to do makeup, you got to do hair, and you got to warm up your voice. It's so nerve-wracking. 4 hours felt like 24 hours. Everyone was so nervous. While you're waiting to go up on stage, you can hear everything that's happening, and that just makes you even more nervous. You're just like, is this about to happen? What is going on? Before I went on stage, I met Carson Daly, and he was like, Max, how you feeling? And I'm just like, I'm so nervous. Like, I've never done anything like this before. I've never even met like a celebrity before. I can't believe I'm doing this. I walk onto that stage and I was jumping up and down, and I felt fine until I walked on that stage, and you see their chairs turned around, and I'm just like, this is happening. I remember going on stage and they're like, next artist coming up, all I want is one chair turn. I just need one chair turn. And so I start playing. Believe it or not, the buttons sound like the psh. They don't have that while you're filming because it can mess up the artist or whatever. So I was playing, and about 20 seconds later, Snoop Dogg turned around, and I look at him and I'm like, that's a legend. That's Snoop Dogg. This is unbelievable. And your button is the crowd. So the crowd started freaking out, and I'm like, cool, I got one chair turn, I'm good, I did it. And then Reba turned around. I was not expecting that. I thought Snoop was going to be the only one. And I was like, okay, well, this is awesome. And the crowd was kind of going crazy at this point. I could barely hear myself. I was so excited. And then Niall turned around. I'm like, 3 chair turn. Let's go. This is it. I can't believe it. This is already way better than I expected. Then Michael turned around, and I felt like I was going to throw up. I was so excited. I couldn't even feel my hands. They were they were fuzzy, they were fuzzy. I don't even know how to explain it. One of the greatest moments of my life, truly. When I stood up, my reaction was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. And I talked to the coaches for about 15 minutes. You talk to them way longer than they show on camera. And me singing with Michael Buble was not rehearsed at all. That's just a song I've listened to and played my whole life.
I'm not surprised, not everything lasts. I've broken my heart so many times, I've stopped keeping track.
And when he asked if he wanted to sing with me, I was like, no freaking way. And he came up on stage, and it felt like a dream. Like, I still can't believe that happened right now. I've seen that video a bunch of times, and I still can't believe that even happened. This is the question everyone asks. How was it meeting Michael Buble and singing on stage with him? All I say is it was crazy. It doesn't feel real because he's someone I've looked up to my whole life. And he asked to sing on stage with me. He was like, can I sing on stage with you? Like, he asked me, like, what is going on here? I kind of knew before going in I wanted to pick Michael Buble if he turned around. Niall was going to be my second choice, Snoop then Reba, but they were all amazing. I would have been perfectly happy if I was just on one of their teams. But Snoop Dogg was pretty convincing. They didn't really show this, but he was saying a lot of things. After they all talked, all the coaches talked, and I was about to pick, I was thinking, man, Snoop Dogg really believes in me, but so does Michael. But I had to go with Michael. I mean, I feel like he was just the best fit for me. I love jazz. I love just that type of music, and I just knew I'd get the best advice from him. After that, he gave me this jersey. They ask for your size backstage. Then I go to another building for an interview, and that was that. I flew home a few days later. When we got back, we went back to Universal Studios, and we were told it was going to be a photo shoot with just us. We didn't even say our coach was going to be there. I kind of had an idea, though, that maybe he was going to be there. We get on the stage, and we see Michael, kind of surprised. But what was really surprising is when he told us that we were going to be able to pick our own battle partners. That was all us. They literally let us choose our own battle partners. What was really cool is at the hotel, like before blinds, Lucas and I played jazz music together all the time. He sang, I played some jazz standards, and we were right next to each other, and we were like, okay, let's do it, man. Let's sing one of the best battles The Voice has ever seen. So Lucas and I we kind of knew we would be great battle partners. I think we got the song a day or two later. Michael picked the songs for all of us, and he gave us his own song, It's a Beautiful Day. I was excited. I kind of knew this song, like I've listened to it before, but he gave us this very jazzy version of it. So Lucas and I just sat in our hotel room that whole day, just kind of figuring out what arrangement we wanted. I think it turned out great. We both got to show off what we both could do. And actually in the beginning, I wasn't going to play piano. A lot of people know this about me, but I feel way more comfortable behind a piano while I'm singing, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I love playing behind a piano because I say it's an extension of my voice. But this time I really wanted to challenge myself. That was until Lucas and I got a call from Michael Buble, and gave us some arrangement ideas. And one of those ideas was he wanted me to play piano at the very start. He wanted me to play stride piano, which is like a bump, like a note chord. It's one of the most difficult styles of piano to play. It's something I've been practicing for quite a while now, like a few years. It was really a blessing that I've been practicing it, because if I wasn't, then I wouldn't have been able to do what he asked. So I started the song playing piano and singing. The day after he called us, we had our rehearsal, and that was with Kelsey Ballerini. We didn't know it was going to be her going into it, so our reactions were real. We rehearsed with them for about 30 minutes, and it was a blast. I mean, it's so fun, getting advice from these legends. The day of battles was very similar to blinds. We woke up very early. I woke up at 4 o'clock because we had to get there by 5, so that kind of stunk. And we just had to wait around all day. We did makeup, hair, we dressed out. I was honestly more nervous for this battle than my blind audition, because the very beginning is the most difficult part of the song. Playing the piano and singing like that is so hard. Playing stride, it's like doing 5 different things at once, and it was just super nerve-wracking. But we just had a blast. It was more of a duet than a battle. That's what you want it to be. You want it to be a duet. You're not battling this person. I mean, technically you are, but you're not. Thankfully, Lucas and I worked really well together. We were good friends. I thought Lucas sounded amazing, and I truly thought I was going home. Michael did choose me as the winner, but it was really hard to be excited because your friend is right next to you, and they didn't make it through. And that was tough to see, and it just stinks. It really stinks because, you both want to make it through, and there's not enough saves and steals for everyone. It's frustrating for sure. After battles, we went home again for about a week, and then we came back. This time we were able to choose our song. I chose End of Beginning. I just like making songs my own. It's like Michael said, I bend the song to my will. I chose End of Beginning by Joe. The other songs I showed more of my technical side, and this time I was showing my emotion. I didn't find out that Max Chambers was my partner until the day before rehearsals with Zach Brown. We didn't know it was going to be him either, but I've played a ton of his stuff during dueling shows. I thought that was pretty crazy. But Max and I were nervous, but I was mostly nervous going up against him. Max, I would say, is the prodigy of the season. He's 14 years old, played Michael Jackson on the Broadway musical. So I was very nervous going up against him, but again, he's a great kid. One of the nicest people I've ever met. Him and his family, they're just great people, and I'm really happy I was able to grow closer with him. And it's funny. We had the same name. Ha ha ha. We can all get a laugh. It's funny. When we were in rehearsals with Zach Brown, I heard Max go, and I was like, man, I'm done for. I gotta work hard to keep up with this kid. He crushed it. He just sounded amazing. So the rest of that day we did interviews, blah blah blah. All the same stuff as before. One cool thing. Zach Brown's wife, maybe fiance, Kendra Scott. You guys know Kendra Scott, the jewelry brand. She gave us all these cool little gold necklaces. So that was really, really sweet. The day of knockouts is very similar to blinds and battles. It's like the exact same thing. You wake up super, super early. You go to Universal Studios, get into your outfit, do makeup, hair, and you just wait there all day. I wasn't nervous this time around. Like, I was nervous, but just not as nervous because I was thinking, one, I've gotten closer with the coaches, so now I'm not performing in front of 4 complete strangers. 2, I feel very, very prepared, and even if I go home, I'm just going to give it my best shot. I'm just going to do the best I can, and that's all I was thinking. I'll be happy if either of us make it through. So we perform, and I did the best I could. Michael chose Max, and I couldn't have been happier for him. I gave him a big hug. I'm just like, go win it, bro. Like, you got this. You are amazing. And I'm very happy you got the mic drop button. I will say it was a little hard seeing that happen right in front of me, though, because, like, as happy as I was for him, I was a little sad that I had to go home. I've made these friends. I had to go home. I was working with Michael, and I can't work with him anymore, But the good thing is Michael loves his team, and he wants to help us as much as he can. So going home wasn't the end, but it was hard seeing that mic drop button. It was pushed right in front of me, and that was a little difficult for sure. That basically is the end of my voice story. There is probably a lot more that I didn't mention, and if you guys have questions, let me know in the comments. There's just so much. I probably left out something, but that was everything. And overall, one of the best experiences of my life. I still talk to my friends from The Voice every single day. Michael and I still keep in touch. My voice improved like crazy. Singing every day and singing with other great musicians makes you better. And so I just want to say thank you so much to The Voice and NBC for this amazing opportunity. I am so grateful. Whoops. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I plan on releasing videos every Sunday. I don't have an exact time, but I'll come up with one soon. Please follow me on Twitch. I stream every day. I take requests. I have some fun streams coming soon. Join the Discord server and be on the lookout for Cooler Than Me, my blind audition song by Mike Posner. I tracked that cover in the studio with some awesome musicians. That'll be out on all platforms, hopefully in the next few weeks. Give me a follow on my socials. Subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate y'all watching. Peace out.